revolution.
Bookmarklets on standby.
Log online, fan page loaded and ready.
Player stats, loaded. Health check, go.
Weapons check. Eyes check. Complete.
We have launched for the Informant podcast in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Alrighty, welcome to the Informant podcast. I'm Pistol Pete from Stockholm. Tonight I have with me Jana Make Death by Gucci and Jennifer, the Mafia Wars loot lady. And Mike's in the hopper as usual. So he's hanging in the hopper.
Hey, guess what?
that-
I'm not
hey,
Meg
that-
anymore.
Oh, what's that? You're not what?
I'm not Meg anymore.
You're not Mig anymore.
I know. Big news.
That is pretty big news.
Uh-huh.
And
So
here
it's just Death by Gucci, I guess.
I guess.
We
It would
saw
be just
this
Death
happen
by
one
Gucci.
time before.
Yeah, it did, but I just needed probably lay low, and I just want to just chill and play I don't know.
And focus more on the game than
Yeah,
the
I do.
fight. Yeah.
I did panic immediately when I realized that I didn't have family progression and things like that to work towards, and you get all your extra experience points through that, and that freaked me out immediately. So I'm in a lonely family
So
of
you
me.
quickly fixed that by having
A
just
family
small
of
family
one.
of
Yeah,
Well, no drama.
Yeah.
there's no drama. Yeah, it's all just me and myself and I. So it works out.
I've thought of doing that before.
You're welcome over. That's the thing. Your name has to start with a J.
Okay, I can join.
There you go.
Yep. There you go.
It's the
So
J
big
family.
news. Yes, but I love Mig still, so don't get me wrong there. They're
Yeah.
always family still.
Yep.
I went rogue.
There you go. You're like Bruce
So now
Lee.
you can use fight scripts without feeling guilty.
No, I immediately started asking people, so what's really good? What should
I won't tell about your question to me. It was
yeah, don't.
Pete might get offended.
I
Me?
didn't even,
I'm
well,
not
I was
offended.
just asking questions. You see, I've been a good little Mig. Just have to know what's out there a little more. That's all.
Yep.
So what's going on with everybody this weekend?
Oh, not too much, really.
You sound a little bit down. What's your problem?
Just tired. I'm switching days and night shifts, and so I'm sleeping during the day now to get geared for being up all night. And
So you're jet lagged.
so I feel like that. That's probably good.
So we'll see you more on Skype in the
In
midnight
the
hours.
midnight hours, maybe.
Yeah, the three of you will be
Depends.
perfect.
Well, because Ike and Martin are usually on around that time too, because it's daytime over where they live.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Just got
And-
a lot of physical work I have to do during the evening, so I'm not sitting in a computer like I normally do during the day.
Oh.
So
He's
I don't
not
know how
feeling
much I'm gonna
social.
be- Yeah, I'm not sure how much time I'm going to be touching a computer at all, honestly.
Oh,
So-
wow.
Yep. So
Wow.
it's just a lot of work. We're doing a lot of printing stuff. So. Yep.
Your schedule usually changes a little bit in the summer.
Sometimes, usually, we end up having a lot of hours out in the field because we gear up for the next school year. But
Right.
that's probably not going to happen this year for me. And I'm doing more traveling this year, I think, with some conferences and stuff that we're participating in and activities. So that's kind
Fun.
of different too. I don't usually get out too much doing that kind of stuff. I
It's
usually
good.
shy away from it a bit.
That's good for you.
Yeah. So
Mhm.
anyway.
So what's up in Stockholm? Anything new today?
I was just trying to piece together if there was anything, there was a snippet of conversation that took place in the last show that we didn't, that actually got cut. And we talked about a thing called the health-o-meter, which was something that was created to assess, how often you're getting attacked and some people that are being bullied, out there in the community and what's being done with that. I don't know if there's been an official decision on whether or not that'll become an available Spocklet to the community as a whole. I speculate usually when we create it, there's usually no sense in not releasing it. It's kind of, like an add-in so that you can go ahead and just track that information. So we'll have some conversation about whether or not to make that publicly available, but I speculate it probably will become, just a public tool just like the rest of them. Other than that, I can't think of anything else that jumps out at me that's something that, is new this week. I know there's a couple of conversations going on about cleaning up some old stuff now that they've got this new collection mechanism for properties that you can do in kind of the one module on any homepage within any destination. One of the things that I know Ike immediately thought of was, well, now we don't have to do the traveling steps to do those collections within the property manager. So I speculate when time becomes available and so on that that's probably a modification that will take place that will speed up the process of loading the property manager. So I think that's probably about it for the moment.
Right. Well, Jen, what's up in the blog?
Lots of stuff.
Bubbles,
Yeah,
bubbles
well,
Lots of
everywhere.
bubbles.
you stole my thunder. I wanted to be the first to say bubbles.
Oh.
Well, this is something new. Across game promotions aren't anything new to us, but all the ones of the past have been very easy, And one of them, you just had to pretty much go to the game and they gave you the loot item.
Right.
So the new game they're promoting is Bubbles Safari, and its main character is Bubbles the monkey. And a lot of people got a kick out of the monkey because we're always saying click monkeys. And it's a very challenging game. If you're not used to playing these bubble type games, it's not like Pop It where you just want to pop bubbles. You want to be strategic and pop the bubbles on top so the bubbles below fall.
Isn't it like Bejeweled? No, I guess
Yeah,
it's not like
a lot of games.
it's not really like Bejeweled. There's this one King.com. They had a game on Facebook like this. It was called Witch Bubble Saga.
There's a game called Fruit Smasher that's kind of like it, but you shoot fruits and you have to do the same thing.
Yeah, it's not a new concept of a game, but on Facebook there is a game very similar to this, and they had success. In fact, this game company was doing better than Zynga at one point, I believe. From what I read, it could be wrong. I don't always believe everything I read on the internet, but it seemed like Facebook wanted to take this model and see if it worked for them. Or not Facebook, Zynga.
Yeah. Huh.
And so what they're doing, and this is really odd because we're not used to it, is there's actually 4 levels of mastery. So it's a cross-game promotion, but it's in phases. So the loot item is the Safari Rhino, and you get a bronze level if you get to a certain level, then a silver, bronze, gold, and ruby. And the nice thing is they let you keep all of them. I don't know if that was a mistake or if they're just being nice, because usually when you when you get to a next level, the lower level loot item disappears and you get the one with the higher stats. But
it's hard.
It's very hard. And
that's what she said.
Yeah. Ha ha.
Couldn't help it.
But it's really a strategic game. I did a lot of research and reading on it because I couldn't play it at first because I was really stupid with it. And it was designed so you could continue to play forever. You know how most Zynga games, like, you're out of energy. Oh, go ask your friends for this. Well, this game, if you complete a level, you get 3 energy, and each game costs 3 energy to play. So if you're good, you can keep going. And, one strategy to practice maybe is to just keep playing an easy level because you'll keep getting the energy to keep going. And then you can collect some more coins. And they have special bubbles and power-ups you can buy with in-game coins. And as the levels advance, it gets really difficult because you get obstacles in your way, like coconuts, metal coconuts, beehives.
I knew you would have the lowdown on this.
Well, Mike helped me a lot too. Mike got the game, which is no surprise. So I asked him a lot of questions in the beginning. And there's actually, if you go to YouTube and just type in Bubble Safari and whatever level you're on, there's videos of people playing a successful run of that level. And I did is when I got past the level 30s is I would watch the video a few times to see what the strategy was and then try it. Because, when you start something, you don't know what you're doing. And then, if you try too many times, you're going to run out of energy.
And there's a timer on getting your rhino, right?
Yes, we have 12 days to do it when it came out.
Okay.
And it's on your homepage banner. Now, when you do get to level 42, that banner goes away. And you don't have to complete level 42. You just have to get to it.
Oh, phew. Because I don't know that I'll be able to get there.
I don't think many people will. It was ridiculous. I put so much time into playing this stupid game. But it is addicting. So I think it was more my addiction feeling it than I really want this loot item. Because let's face it, these loot items, they come and go.
Yeah, we don't really need it.
The Ruby Rhino does have really good stats.
Yeah, I'll take it.
Yeah, I gave up after silver.
I figured you'd give up, Pete, because you give up on the properties.
Yeah, I just, same thing. The properties, I don't even think I'm going to get to 15 even with the changes in their timers because I just don't care. It doesn't really make that much difference for me when I get to 11.
Slippery
then I can
slope.
Still get I get the properties. Well, it's like you leaving a family. It's a slippery slope. Once you're out of a
3
family.
years. Yeah.
Yeah.
And they lost a lot of money with you, Pete, because you used to be a collector. You used to, buy the loot if you could, and you had to get everything.
Yep.
Now you don't care, so I bet you're saving money.
Yep.
And that's how it works. And it's evidenced by the numbers of the game. People are just saying, I'm over it now. I'm quitting.
Well, when they don't make it easily available, and I don't mean easy like in the sense it's like so easy that it's like, well, I shouldn't even bothered. But when it's so difficult to accomplish some of the things, then it's just like, what's the, I got enough time spent playing Mafia Wars. I don't need to now spend an equal or more time spending a bubble click monkey game.
And you have to spend more time with this game.
Right.
It was funny because my blog was sucking for a couple days too. The new Secret District came out, the mold, and I was like still playing Bubble Safari. I was like, I don't want to do a walkthrough on this. So I totally blew it. I just made like a summary post.
See, and that's, it's like, I've learned a long time ago that that's kind of the way I got to play this game. I'm going to play one game, and that's the one I'm going to dedicate my time and energy to, because if I now start playing 3 different games, then the big question is, well, which one takes precedence over the other one when you got to go craft something or do something else? And I don't have that much time available to me for that. And I imagine I'm like a lot of players, that they just choose to do one thing, and and if you can't go over and get whatever the item is, it wasn't difficult to go get to level 6 or whatever it was to at least get the silver, but after that I said, I'm not doing any more of this nonsense. Blocked the game, moved on.
Yeah, I'm on level 7, so I'm probably not going to go much further myself.
Well, what they should do, and if they would look at past results, when they had the cross promo with Treasure Island and Zynga Poker, you would have to do like a simple task and you would get something useful to you in Mafia Wars. So when you ran out of everything, like, I'll go here and play this game to get a stamina refill.
I miss that.
They could do that with this game. They could say clear one board of level X or higher and get a stamina refill. And but what they're probably going to see is their numbers are actually doing way better than ours. But I'm sure when these cross promos end, they'll see a decline like you usually see. And I think for people that like bubble games, they're like Rubik's Cubes. Some people will fuss with it, and then when they realize they can't figure it out, they'll stop playing with the Rubik's Cube. It'll get boring after a while.
No, they won't. They'll peel the stickers off and switch them around.
Exactly. That's what I was going to say. They would break it apart.
They would break it apart and put it back together.
Yeah, exactly.
But
the thing was, you would get to a point where you would stop trying because you're like, okay, I can't do this.
Right.
And exactly. I think this game has potential, but I think by them making it so challenging, they're going to scare away a lot of people that would play mindless bubble games.
Right.
And there's plenty of other ones online. So I don't see this game doing very well.
Yeah.
And of course, buy this for this much, but there's always money offers. And another thing I noticed, and I know what's going on, but if people don't, if you're not actually on your screen and you click the button to blow your bubble off or change a bubble, it's gonna it jumps you to the bottom of the page, and then you see all their advertisements. And if people aren't computer savvy and don't really realize, I have to get my cursor back into the game, they're just going to say, what? And quit and move on. And I did that a lot. That happened to me a lot of times.
And then you accidentally click on the other bubble game?
know what really made me mad is on several times I accidentally clicked on either an ad or something on my page, and I would get booted back to my own profile page on Facebook.
Yeah.
It's happened to me too.
And it takes away your progress. You have
Yeah.
to start over. It doesn't charge you, I don't think.
But it does happen easily.
Yeah, and if you buy a power-up, I think it counted for the game you got. And I was almost done once, and that happened, and I was so mad.